So this is Slipstream number 9, a literary magazine that's still being published. And they printed a prose poem character kind of study of mine in 1989. And here it is. 1958 to 1985. 10 years later, he still smoked pot and listened to the Doors. He graduated college, lived at home, commuted to work. He had lots of memories. Few were not regrets. Financial control confined his existence. The career would never pay off. He knew he could never support himself, could never become independently middle class. He is unfit to be poor, too proud to admit he misses his friends, too weak for the resignation of alcoholism. Last week he walked around Manhattan after work. A man tried to sell him a gold watch. He said no. Then the guy pitched a vial of crack. He replied, no thanks, but thought for a minute. How about a gun? He came back to the same corner the next day. He brought $200 cash. The exchange went smoothly. He placed a heavy paper bag into his briefcase. He purchased a book on handguns, read some of the instructions. Then he looked up his particular model. The next day he bought the proper ammunition at a sporting goods store in the mall. At night he slipped the bullets into the chamber. Then he would spin the chamber and listen to the metal. He dangled the pistol in the air as if to fondle its weight. He leaned the barrel against his temple, then whispered click, bang, click, bang. He would wear a heavy wool coat, and in one of the large side pockets he put the gun. Then he would drive to a bar, sit alone. His expression mixed a sneer with a squint. He drank bourbon on the rocks. Impress a girl or end a fight, he was ready. But after the second drink, he always mellowed out. One day before going to work, he put the gun into his briefcase. Instead of donating another 7 hours worth of youth to the job, when he reached the Port Authority bus terminal, he bought a ticket for a bus ride to his old college campus. When he got off the bus and saw the familiar buildings, he did not want to get any closer. The structures did not seem real. All the edges appeared blurry, and the drab brick colors pulsated with an eerie, distant light. The buildings looked like a figment of a dream. He had no desire to prove their authenticity. He walked off campus. He continued for about 3 miles down an empty country road that was one of his favorite places to walk when he was a student. Sometimes he would be with a friend and they would talk, and everything seemed important enough to require a personal intensity. Other times he was alone, and the solitude of the trees and the fields helped him to understand, to feel at ease, at least for that moment. Now he was relaxed. Now he understood forever. Surrounded by pine trees, it made sense. Finally, no more waiting. He removed every piece of fabric off his body. He held the gun and looked at the sky. Scars of a childhood operation which eradicated his tonsils had long since healed. But that is where the bullet went through. See, they put Timothy Merrick here. It was a misprint. They apologized for it. But in the table of contents, it does say Timothy Herrick. And